another video. Hope you're doing well. Hope your life's going well. Hope this week has gone well for you. Hope that today's gone well for you. Today is Sunday. It is July the 20th, 2025. It is about 5:34 p.m. Central Standard Time, and I hope that y'all are having a wonderful Sunday afternoon. Hope that y'all are having a wonderful weekend up to this point, and I hope it's been a fun and productive weekend for you as we wind down this weekend and we start the work week tomorrow. As for me, I'm doing pretty good myself. This morning went and picked up my online order, my groceries, and then I came back. I just woke up not too long ago from a mid-afternoon nap, and so after this video I'm definitely gonna go out and go to the park, do some running, jump roping, general exercise. Maybe some weightlifting. I actually did a little bit of weightlifting earlier. Some dumbbells. I did a light dumbbell workout earlier, and I'm gonna do another one again afterwards. So yeah, but anyway, let's talk about what I have here. I have some drum roll donuts. I bought these from a local HEB, and as you can see, one of them is chocolate glaze and another one is vanilla glaze. Now with these donuts here, I'm just going to do a comparison of the two, and these donuts here, they're definitely healthier than other types of donuts. Obviously healthier than, say, a donut from like Shipley's or Dunkin' Donuts. Those type of donuts I just straight up wouldn't eat. But this, in my opinion, this is fine in moderation. This is the vanilla here. This is the chocolate here. Now, I did a review on these donuts, on drum roll donuts, but the donut that I reviewed last time was like a strawberry donut. So I've never tried this version, like chocolate donut and vanilla donut. And so I kind of wanted to do like just a mini comparison. Both of them, as you can see, have 190 calories per serving, 10 grams of protein, and 1 gram of sugar. So pretty decent source of protein. 190 calories, and this is for 3 like small donuts, so that's not too bad if you're someone who's counting calories. Let me actually look at the nutrition facts, and we'll kind of compare each nutrition fact here. So here are the nutrition facts for like the it doesn't want to focus. I need a professional camera so bad. Those nutrition facts for the vanilla donuts. Nutrition facts for the chocolate donuts as well. But let me talk about what they're advertising to us on the back here. It says that this is plant-based, so it's plant-based, no dairy. It is gluten-free, grain-free, 190 calories, low sugar, high protein, made in small batches. So for the chocolate here, we have, and this is basically for this whole thing, we have 13 grams of fat, 6 grams of saturated fat, no trans fat, 2 grams of polyunsaturated fat, 5 grams of monounsaturated fat, no cholesterol, 310 milligrams of sodium, 27 grams of total carbohydrates, 4 grams of fiber, 1 gram of sugar, 3 grams of sugar alcohol, and 10 grams of protein. So 52 milligrams of calcium, 2.7 milligrams of iron, potassium 188 milligrams. So you compare that to the vanilla here. The vanilla actually has a little bit more fat in 14 grams of total fat, 1 more gram of saturated fat, no trans fat. They both have 2 grams of polyunsaturated fat and 5 grams of monounsaturated fat. They both have no cholesterol. The vanilla has a bit more sodium in 330 milligrams compared to 310 milligrams of chocolate donuts. Total carbohydrate 21 grams, so less carbs in this one compared to, well, less carbs in the vanilla donuts compared to the chocolate donuts. 3 grams of fiber, so the vanilla has a little bit less fiber because the chocolate has 4 grams of fiber. 1 gram of sugar. They both have, well, no, actually the vanilla has 4 grams of sugar alcohols compared to 3 grams of sugar alcohols that the chocolate has, and 10 grams of protein both of them have. And yeah, so let's look at the ingredients. Let's read the chocolate. So the chocolate has drum roll flour blend, allulose coconut oil, pumpkin puree, erythritol, cacao powder, potato starch, palm kernel oil, vegetable glycerin, cocoa butter, topeka starch, baking powder, vanilla extract, almond butter, baking soda, xylem husk, fiber, sunflower lecithin, guar gum, xanthan gum, monk fruits. Contains tree nuts. And that's compared to the vanilla here. It has drumroll flour blend. And by the way, that flour blend is almond flour, sunflower seed flour, pea protein, and pumpkin protein. That's what both of them have. Silver vanilla has allulose coconut oil, pumpkin puree, erythritol, potato starch, palm kernel oil, vegetable glycerin, topeka starch, tapioca starch, vanilla extract, baking powder, natural flavor, baking soda, almond butter, cocoa butter, xylem husk fiber, sunflower lecithin, guar gum, xanthan gum, monk fruit, and salt. Contains tree nuts. Alright, so yep, pretty much have the same ingredients for the most part. And so now we'll get to the fun part. Let's see which one tastes better. In my opinion, of course. We're gonna open this one. Let's open this one and I'll show them to you all. You know, again, this is definitely better than a glazed donut at a donut shop. Really, most donut shops, you know. Okay. So let me show you the chocolate first. Alright, so let me go ahead and show you the chocolate first here. I don't want them to fall, so I'm kind of holding them. So that's the chocolate. Here are the vanilla donuts. So yeah, here they are side by side. I just don't want them to like fall, you know. So yeah, but there's one chocolate, one vanilla, and yeah, let's go ahead and taste the chocolate first. typical chocolate flavor. Definitely taste the chocolate. But that tastes good though, can't lie to you. It's not an overbearing sweetness like other donuts, but still very rich in flavor. Quite soft. And so, I like that. Yeah, that tastes good. Here's the vanilla. I'm gonna go ahead and taste vanilla. That's good too. Typical vanilla flavor. Still soft. That's good. I don't know which one tastes better though. They both have the same texture, obviously. They both, in my opinion, have the same level of sweetness too. But it's just a matter of, do you prefer chocolate or vanilla? So, I don't know if I'm gonna eat all this now. I might just, I don't know. Maybe I'll eat like, I don't know. I might just save the other ones for later because I'm gonna go out for a little workout. So I might just save the rest for later. But as for which one is better, I think that they both taste pretty good. I don't know. They both taste good to me. I can't really come up with, determination as to which one is like obviously better tasting to me because they both have the same texture and the same like level of sweetness. It's just hard to pick, Yeah. So, oh, and by the way, these have to I believe these have to stay refrigerated as well. Because when I got these from the store, they were in like a refrigerated section. So I think these are supposed to stay refrigerated. Yeah. So because I just got these out of my refrigerator too as well. Just thought I'd say that too. But yeah, that is chocolate vanilla glazed donut. Healthier version, of course. I don't do Shipley's and all that type stuff. If I'm gonna do a donut, it's gonna be like a healthier version of it. And again, you can make healthier versions of almost every dessert, to be honest, because it really just depends on the type of ingredients you used. So and there's plenty of recipes online on how to make like healthier versions of different recipes. So it's doable in case you're someone who wants to, make your own healthy donuts or healthy cookies or cakes or whatnot. There's healthy versions, healthy recipes online. But yeah, let me talk about my last video, because there were a few people in the comments that disagreed and stuff. Let me say this, right? I'm not talking about every Gen Z. I think that goes without saying. There's plenty of Gen Zs that have social skills and that know how to communicate with people. They have like communication skills. But I'm just speaking on something that I've noticed, and I think part of it too is because they've come up with this like trendy type buzzword, Gen Z stare. And so, I mean, this is something that before they even came up with the term Gen Z stare has always been a thing. And of course, there are millennials that have done this same thing and Gen X that have done this same thing, right? Just lack of basic communication skills. Every generation has people that lack social skills, communication skills. But I think it's more so in this generation due to the fact that social media does like stunt your communication skills, right? Your social skills. And that's just what I've noticed. I've noticed that, you know, this happens more so with Gen Z. And keep in mind, like I said in the previous video, I'm a Gen Zer. I'm not a millennial. I'm not a Gen Xer or some boomer that's like just trying to like go in on the younger generation. Like, I'm someone who is a Gen Z, and I'm pointing out something that I've seen in my generation. Like, I'm literally talking about my own generation, okay? So yeah, I'm not just some person that's older and just trying to go in on the younger generation. I'm just pointing out something that I see, right? And if you watch the whole video in its entirety, you'll see that I'm actually not blaming Gen Z for this. I'm really putting the blame on social media, TikTok, Instagram, all these different social media websites. That's what I'm putting the blame on. And I also put the blame on, 2020 and how, that really messed up people's social skills really across the board, but Gen Z's included in that. And I talked about how because things are harder in society than they used to be, buying a home, right, paying rent, it's just more expensive, and I've talked about that. I've talked about how automation, AI is taking over the jobs right as Gen Z is getting out of college. And so, yeah, you're going to have Gen Z, not like they're not going to be happy. And again, this isn't all of Gen Z. I'm just talking about some Gen Zs. I have to reiterate some Gen Zs because I guess if I don't say that, people will think I'm talking about like all of Gen Z for some reason. I don't know. But it's just something I've noticed. And so those are the reasons that I pointed out in that video. Like, yeah, times are tough. So that might be a part of it too. So mainly social media, zapping people's communication skills, and the overall economy. We don't know where we're going to be in the next 5 to 10 years. And so that probably has an effect on Gen Z as well. because remember, they're the ones getting out of high school right now. They're the ones getting out of college right now and going out into the workforce and seeing how jobs are being like taken away, being replaced by AI. Jobs are being offshore. They're basically walking into this bad situation that we're in. So I understand, there might not be a reason to be too happy right now, and that can translate over into people's work. They're not going to be very social because they're probably dealing with internal issues themselves. And so yeah, but that's what I want to talk about, because again, it was people in the comments and stuff that was disagreeing and all that. And yeah, I'm just telling you what I've seen myself. So as a Gen Zer, I repeat, as a Gen Zer, I'm not some older person that's just going in on the younger generation. I feel like I have to reiterate that, and I have to reiterate that I'm a Gen Z myself. Now, I'm an old Gen Z, but nevertheless, I'm a Gen Z myself. So I'm included in all this. Again, I'm talking about my own generation. Okay. And yes, I understand other generations do this as well, but I'm talking about Gen Z. Okay. And the issues that they face. Again, social media has really damaged a lot of people. It really has. And Gen Z is no exception to that. And this economy has damaged a lot of people as well. And it affects Gen Z the most. So, just wanted to add some context to that video. Yeah. On another thing that I've seen is like some Gen Zs were saying that the reason why they do that stare is because like some people will like ask them dumb questions or like obvious questions and stuff like that, and instead of them saying something like rude or mean, they'll just look at them. And again, this really just goes back to like basic communication skills, social skills, something that has been lost again. If somebody asks you something and in your mind you're thinking like, okay, this is like a stupid question or this is like a dumb question, you should just answer the question, especially if you're someone at work, right? There's been many times I worked in retail for years. There's been times where people have asked me dumb questions, obvious questions, and I just answered the question. I didn't go and look at them like they were crazy. I just answered the question because that's just what you do. That's customer service. Even if it's an obvious question, you just answer the question. Even if it's a stupid question and it's so obvious what the answer is, you just answer the question. That's what you do. Social skills, right? So yeah, that's just, that was something that I was seeing as well. People were saying, well, people ask like the most obvious dumb questions and stuff, and that's why we look at them crazy now. And by the way, again, I'm a Gen Zer. Did I tell you I'm a Gen Zer? Yes, I'm a Gen Zer. So yeah. Anyway, I do thank y'all for watching this video. I hope that you're relaxed, and I really hope that you stay tuned for more videos.